Let's face it, sitting at a desk for 8 to 10 hours daily isn't what our bodies were built for. I am fortunate enough to have a job that keeps me active, but as a small business owner, I have a lot of desk work that's necessary. That's when I make sure to switch between sitting and standing, often using my massage table to provide the perfect setup. You've probably heard that sitting all day isn't great for you, but guess what? Standing all day isn't the answer either. Our bodies are made to move, so by regularly alternating between sitting and standing and incorporating these quick and easy movement snacks, you'll help your body feel fantastic at the end of every workday. I hope you enjoy this video. All right, it's 8 a.m. We're just getting to work. As your computer is booting up, you can do a few things to get your body ready to be seated for the next hour. Take a deep breath. Gently contract all of your muscles. We're doing neck cars. Chin goes to chest. Chin sweeps the collarbone, gonna drop that ear behind. Watch the airplane fly across the sky. Drop the other ear. Chin sweeps the collarbone. Chin to chest, back to neutral. Other direction, chin to chest. Sweep the collarbone, drop that ear. Watch the airplane. Drop the other ear. Chin sweeps the collarbone, chin to chest. One more time each way. Chin to chest, sweep the collarbone, drop the ear. Really feel all of those joints in your neck getting lubricated, getting ready to start the day. One more time, other direction. Drop that ear. Watch the airplane. Drop the other ear. Chin sweeps collarbone, chin to chest. Let's do our scapula. So go ahead and shrug it up, squeeze together, put them in our back pocket, pull them forward. Up, squeeze, down, forward. Now stay right here and squeeze them together. Shrug them, pull them forward, push them down. Squeeze, shrug, forward, down. And now we're going to do our shoulder cars. Take your arm and your palm is facing out. We're going to lift up into flexion. The bicep sweeps the ear. Rotate as you come around behind you into extension. Now go straight back into extension. Rotate and bring that arm back forward. One more time on this side. Come straight up. Flexion, internal rotation coming around into extension. Back of the hand sweeps the thigh. Go straight back. External rotation coming around, bicep sweeps the ear, other side, come across, straight up, bicep sweeps the ear, internal rotation coming around, back of the hand sweeps the thigh, straight back, external rotation, bicep goes by the ear. One more time, straight up, rotate. Awesome. Now go straight back into extension, external rotation coming around. Awesome. Let's do some wrist cars, just do some circles, go in that full range of motion a couple of times each way. Get ready to get those hands on your keyboard for the next hour and enjoy that. You should be all lubricated and ready to go for 60 minutes and we'll see. Since I don't have a desk job, I have to make do with what I have. And what I have is a hydraulic massage table. So when I know that I have a lot of computer work that I need to do, I prefer to do that standing up. So the first thing that I do is I kick off my shoes and I enjoy being barefoot. So from this position, we're going to start, once you stand up for our 9 a.m. hour, we're going to do either some sit to stands or some full squats, whatever you can do. So sit to stand would just be coming down, touch your booty, and just do 5 of those squats. Otherwise, if you're able to get into your full squat position, go ahead and go down and do these 5 times. Really just get everything moving in your bottom half. And now we're going to do some sole exploration. I have a SoleMate here. I've got a roller and I've got a ball. You can stand on the SoleMate and just move your feet and your soles around on it, and it feels so good. So spend this hour, you can do that the whole time, either rolling out the bottoms of your feet with a ball or this nifty little roller that comes in the SoleMate, rolling those out, as well as standing on the SoleMate itself. You can do some single leg balance drills while you're working on your computer. Just stand for a minute or two on one side and be sure to switch legs and get the same amount. And you can do this back and forth for the entire hour. You don't just have to do it right at the beginning of the hour. The other thing that you can do now is do a calf stretch. So taking this SoleMate, or if you prefer, just a half foam roller, going on and putting the top of your foot, or I'm sorry, the ball of your foot onto the SoleMate or onto the half foam roller, and do some good stretches. Enjoy this next hour working that bottom half and working on your computer at the same time. And we're sitting back down, so we're going to do some stretches of the thoracic spine. So putting our hands behind our head, we're squeezing those shoulder blades to take those elbows back behind us, and we're going to rotate. Just get some good rotation. Go as far as you can to one side, and then as far as you can to the other side. You can even bend over a little bit more and do a little bit more of a rotation in that bent over position. And just do that a few times. You can also go a little bit faster and just get some good movement in that thoracic spine. Now we're going to stretch our hip rotators. So way up in our hip joint, take your ankle onto your opposite knee. If this is enough of a stretch for you, just hang out here. Otherwise, a couple of things you can do is push down on this knee and really feel this stretch in that opposite hip, or lean forward. Play around with where that stretch feels the best, but just get a good stretch in that hip joint. Go back and forth a couple of times, push that knee, lean forward, get the best stretch that you can in there. You can also, on your second round, go back, and if you're pushing that knee in, you can contract those muscles and try to push. So you're trying to push that knee into the hand, but the hand isn't going to let you. Push, 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 and then pull away. So actively try to take that knee down toward the ground, and then go back into your stretch and just see how that feels. Do that on both sides a couple of times, and you're ready to start your next hour. All right, it's 11 o'clock, time to get up out of your chair again, and let's do some stretching above the head. So put your arms way above the head, reach them as far behind you as you can, and even do some extension of the spine if you want. Stay there for a couple seconds, bring them down. Now let's go into a Jefferson curl. Tuck that chin, start to roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Go all the way down to touch your toes, or as far as you can, just slow and controlled movement. Once you get down to your end range, squeeze those butt cheeks, start to tuck that pelvis in, pull yourself back up, and go straight back into another overhead reach, into back extension, and do that a couple of times so you can feel the circulation moving. Now grab a wobble board. You can get these on Amazon for like $15 or something like that, and just stand on it for the rest of the hour. You'll start to feel the intrinsic muscles of the feet and all of the muscles that go up and down the calves, even into the quads, trying to keep you upright and balanced the whole time. And you can work this way for the next hour, and it just feels so good, and you feel like you're actually getting some movement in. So enjoy this next hour, and we'll see you at noon, just before lunch. All right, it is noon and it's time for lunch. So maybe you can stay standing, eat your lunch, maybe even stay on your wobble board eat your lunch that way, and then go for a walk. Go for 10 minutes even, just to help digestion. It helps to lower blood sugar. And if you can kick off your shoes and go barefoot for a little bit, walk in the grass, and just enjoy nature. And we'll see you back at 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Hope you had a great lunch and were able to get out and walk just a little bit before you get sucked back into your grind for the rest of the afternoon. Let's stop and do our neck cars, scapula cars, shoulder cars, wrist cars again. So controlled articular rotations. We're going to take our chin to our chest, sweep the collarbone with the chin, drop that ear behind, watch the airplane, drop that other ear, chin sweeps the collarbone, chin to chest, back to neutral. Keep going other direction. These are great, slow and controlled movements to make sure that you're working through every range of motion of the joints. This helps a lot with mobility. Go the other way. A lot with keeping things moving throughout the day and not just staying stagnant while you're sitting here. One more time, other direction. Awesome. Now shrug them up. Squeeze them together, down, forward, shrug, squeeze, down, forward. Now back, shrug, forward, down, back, shrug, forward, down. Take that shoulder, go straight up. I know sometimes it might feel weird to be doing these things, especially if you have like windows in your office or you sit at a cubicle. But guess what? Nobody cares. You're moving, and maybe you can get them to join in with you, and you're going to feel good at the end of the day. And they may feel like they're having a hard time moving, right? Other side. Go straight up, rotate. You don't have to be sitting to do these either. Everything that I'm showing you can be done in a standing position, or however you feel good doing the movements. You also don't have to do these just at work. You can come home, do them while you're watching TV or whatever. So let's do our wrist cars. You can do closed fist or open hand. Either way, just go a couple times in each direction. Awesome. We will see you back in 1 hour. 2 o'clock, we are pushing toward the end of the day as much as you can. We're standing up again. If you have room, you can start out with doing some push-ups against your desk. You can even go against a wall and just go down, touch your chest, push yourself back up. Just enjoy how that feels to move those muscles a little bit. Do about 5 push-ups if you have the room. If not, no big deal. Let's do some breathing techniques. We're going to inhale to a count of 4 and exhale to a count of 6. You can stand on your SoleMate and do that. You can keep working and keep inhaling. Do that 5 times. Do it as often as you want during the day. You can even do it when you're sitting, as a matter of fact. Just inhale, count of 4, exhale all of your breath out to a count of 6. Then let's stand this next hour on your SoleMate. You can move around. Again, do that soul exploration and push your soul into the SoleMate. You can just stand here with both feet on this uneven surface. It helps to work those outer ankle muscles. You can even practice balancing on one foot. You have your desk here to keep you balanced. You're not going to fall off. Don't twist an ankle or anything, but practice both sides, doing some things. You can even go no hands and just see how well you balance, and enjoy that for this next hour. And we'll see you at 3 p.m. and it's time to work the pelvis in the seated position. But I'm going to show you how the pelvis moves in the standing position. Then we're going to take that down to seated so you can see and try to understand all the different movements of the pelvis. So the pelvis itself can move up and down. So it's like we're hip hiking, going straight up the side. Then it also moves in a rotational fashion. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna have a seat, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. This is great for driving as well. So from this position, before you get started again for this hour, let's do some pelvic work. So squeeze, it's almost like you're squeezing your oblique muscles to pull that hip or pelvis up toward your shoulder. And we do that on each side. You're also pushing the opposite side down. For me, it's down into the ball. For you, down into your chair or whatever you're seated on. Go back and forth 5 or 6 times. You'll really feel things moving in there, and it's great for that sacroiliac joint in your low back. Great for the lumbar spine as well. Next, we're going to push this knee forward while you're pulling the other one back. So you're pushing forward, pulling this guy back, pushing forward, pulling this guy back. I forgot to show you the pelvic tilts that you can do as well. I forgot to show you that in the standing position, but you'll figure it out. So do that 5 or 6 times. Now pelvic tilts, you're just tucking the pelvis under and sticking the butt out. So tuck pelvis under, stick the butt out. In the position of seated, you're just tucking like you're trying to take your tailbone up toward the ceiling in front of you, and then stick your tailbone out behind you. And do that. Really squeeze on each of these. Now, nobody is even going to know that you're doing this unless you make grunting noises or funny faces, which I do both when I'm doing this movement. So do that 5 or 6 times, back and forth, and we'll see you in an hour. All right, 4 o'clock. It is your last hour of the day. Let's get this energy up again and get out of your chair, and let's make it 1 more hour. You can stand on your SoleMate, go onto 1 foot, and start throwing a hacky sack or a ball up in the air. Try to keep your balance as you're throwing it. Switch legs and balance on 1 leg. This only takes like 30 seconds just to get a little bit of movement in, and then you can stop and just play around, work on your computer for the last hour of the day. You can also do this same thing on the Wobble board. Once you start taxing your brain to do 2 things at once, it starts to make these new neural connections. So if we're on our balance board and we start, as soon as I start throwing that ball, my brain is going to catching the ball, and it kind of takes away from the balance part of it. So it takes a lot of brain power to just keep balanced and catch a ball at the same time. Just take little mini breaks and do some movement snacks throughout the day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your workday, and see you tomorrow.